In order to build a successful CRA vulnerability reporting program, it is imperative that you have not broken silos. I think silos in organizations work, but you need to have communication channels across those silos. And then you all need to be looking at the same data from relevant perspectives. So your compliance officer, your chief financial officer, your chief product officer, and your developers, four different silos. They don't talk to each other, they don't report to each other, are all going to care about one vulnerability disclosure from four different perspectives. So without having a means by which to communicate to each of those silos what information matters to them and how they can contribute to bringing this vulnerability disclosure to the public in a positively actionable way, you're just going to spend a lot of time trying to communicate. So having a cohesive platform that can tell the developer, this is the library you need to go look at. That can tell the chief product officer, these products contain these particular software components. You should look at these teams of developers who are going to help you figure this out. Being able to tell the chief financial officer, these products represent about 55% of the revenue of your organization. That's a problem. We're going to have to put some more people on this problem. And being able to tell your chief security officer, you're probably not going to go to jail because we have this figured out. That's probably going to keep them either sleeping at night or up at night. So being able to accomplish that is really not that easy, but there is a process. And from my perspective, it's evidence, it's context, and it's repeatability. And without that last one, you're just going to keep banging your head against the wall. Let's say you manage to get one vulnerability disclosure out the door. If you haven't built a process that's repeatable, you're just going to have another crisis on your hands. So, what evidence do you need? How do you get it? How do you contextualize that evidence to matter to the various people who are going to care about that disclosure? And how do you make that repeatable? If you want to build a program around that, we have strategic consulting services that can help accomplish that. And we recommend coupling that with the technology component of our platform. And we do this with several of our clients today, where we do kind of a bottom up approach from the technology, because your risks exist in the product software. And we also do a top down approach from the controls and from the strategic consulting. And somewhere in the middle, we end up with a whole program. It's possible. Or you can use an outside party. These are where the big four can be very helpful, and they can couple with a technology platform to help. But or you can do it entirely on your own if you have your entire skill set in house to get it done. But I still think you probably need some kind of tech to help you speed it up because these deadlines are coming and you're not going to stop making new products.